Okay, next line of standing products is the R82 Snug Seat line. Snug Seat's been around many years, making various different pediatric products. Pretty much the whole gamut of product lines with strollers, bath seats, wheelchairs, standing devices, gait trainers. So they've got a wide array of good quality products, good solid products. The bigger difference between the Snug Seat line and the Electric line that was previously discussed is there is much more tool-related application into the Snug Seat line on there. So this does require tools. Typically comes set with the tool either on a pouch or a built-in area of the frame. So it does come with the wrench to be able to make them adjustments on here. It allows, in a lot of cases, for a little more minute adjustment with that capability, say, than the toolless. So there's give and take. Sometimes you can get more adjustment with having that tool option available, but more time setting it up and getting it adjusted on there is the thing to keep in mind. So each child case is individual. They have a number of different standing products alone, just about every kind of combination that you can think of. I've got a couple of their popular products here today, but they make some other products too for very large children, adults. This here is their Rabbit dynamic standard, and again, competing against the Squiggles, and it's been around many years. People didn't know about it because of the Standing Dandy product being so popular for many years. But this product has been on the market a long time. It's much more popular now with the absence of Standing Dandy. It has the capability, again, to come off the frame and adjust onto a pivot chassis, standard type of non-mobile frame work. So the comparison between them and the Squiggles, as far as that capability goes, is real similar. The big difference to keep in mind is that this goes a much larger size. So goes from a size 1 for your real early on, which is what you're seeing here, all the way on up to a size 4. And so we've got 4 sizes available in it, and it's going to have a height range from 21.5 to 29 on this unit, then size 2, 29.5 to 42, then size 3, 32.5 to 46.5, and then size 4, 37.5 to 55.5. So it's going to cover good range, and if something you want to really keep the child doing for many years to come, and get them used to a device that you're going to grow with for many years, this would probably be a good option to look at for a mobile standing option. It's again designed to be in the prone position, so the child is actually facing that way while propelling the unit. It does have the capability to add a tray onto out front here that has angle adjustability so that you can position, again, communication devices or toys, things like that on the tray. It's going to have your capability on your pads for as far as adjustment for your trunk and your hip alignment with it, width capability in the trunk as they grow on there. It's going to have your knee blocks, which are, in this case, a solid cup right here, but there is a split knee option for relief on the patella, so that is not so much pressure into the knees on there. So that's a pretty popular, common item. especially if there are some contractures and things going on and want to relieve that pressure with. You can do a, this has got just basic pad in the front here, but you can do some more support into the pelvic area here where they're going to be leaning into on the pad, as well as some different sacrum supports here as far as hip pads that will kind of wrap around on the hips to help keep from shifting side to side and rotating. And these pads are adjustable in width and height as well to get that exact positioning that you want to be able to achieve. Footboard, and that the angle is adjustable on here. You can turn this knob on here and adjust so that you got plantar dorsiflexion, depending on if they're maybe wearing braces or limited flexion in the feet. So the footboard will accommodate for that. The knee blocks down below are also height and angle adjustable, so you can pretty much pivot these in any direction, whether it's sliding them out, tilting them one way or the other. And that's kind of the advantage as far as the tool capability and being able to lock them into place once you get that exact adjustment that you're looking for. All of the pads, again, like the swiggles, will slide up and down on the main frame track that you see here. So these can be slid up and down for adjustment in there for that range of height that I discussed. And then from there, you need to go into the next size when they outgrow that. There's also the capability on the wheels as far as adjustment here in the axle plate on there, and that will change some positioning for the wheels to be able to dial that in more. And as you can see, you can take both wheels off and it's still going to be on its lower base portion here as well to be able to roll around. If you don't want them pushing the wheels at all and want to limit some of that time with them being able to do that, just focus on the standing. So that capability is out here, which is nice. Again, this comes in 4 sizes, different colors on here. It's got a number of different pad options, and that's all determined during the evaluation of the child and what their particular needs are on it. So it has the tray option, and then it also has an option that's unique to some of Snug Seat's products, and that's a play box, which is basically a tray with a lid that opens up, and then toys can be stored in there, or they can work on sorting objects and things like that with it. And that is the dynamic portion called the rabbit again. And then here along with the rabbit is one of their other real popular products called the caribou. So all of their theme on their products is named after some different type of animal. So that's wherever they came up with the name, I don't know, but that's how they design their products to be represented. So this one here is, again, a supine 3-in-1 standard, supine and prone positions. It will adjust as far as the height goes on here with the adjustment up and down. There's the foot pedals that you see right here on that. Push these foot pedals down, and then the angle will change. Of course, it's not for me on the video, but it really does. It'll allow it to lay back anyway, and then be able to bring the child from the laying position up to the standing position that you see here. So, and then again, for changing the position in the prone, you can remove the head headrest off of here. You can position the tray to be in the prone or supine position, either or with it. The trays are very angle adjustable, so depending on how flat or straight up the child may be standing in it, you can adjust those angles in the tray to accommodate that positioning. And you might be starting off tilted on quite a bit of angle to first get them used to it and work your way up. You may be in the prone position with some angle just to work on head control and building that strength in the neck muscles to lift their head up, which is a key feature of being in that prone position, working on those head control and strengthening of the neck. And then your supine position for facing forward for children that need more head control, that can't hold their head up in that position. Then you can add on a bunch of different headrest options again here for support. So just varies with each child's needs on there. This unit here, again, comes in several sizes. So it's going to accommodate the early on, like we're looking at here, on up to adult size. So yeah, 4 sizes again, with adjustments from 18 to 22 and a half on the height vertical, and then let's see here, excuse me, 33 and a half to 44, 38 and a half to 53 and a quarter, 49 and a quarter to 61 and a half, and then 60 and a quarter to 72 and 3/4. So all the way up to a very large individual that this will accommodate. And weight range of 88 pounds for size 1, 132 for size 3, 176 for size 3, and 220 for size 4. So this is definitely another one that would grow all the way through the child's years. So starting with that early on. It is a more what they call a board style standard. Instead of the Lecky with the individual positioning pads, you're more against the flat board pads, which these are real cushy pads that are on here. They're real easy to clean, which is definitely a plus on these. So maintenance-wise, it's going to be easy to take care of and clean as the child uses it on there. It's going to have your capability to change the hip, trunk, knee positioning, all individual, because it's tool adjusted. It again has a large array of capability adjustment-wise. So, and even here you can see the offset. So if you do got something going on in the hips and want to counter affect the forces, that you can be able to bring those pads in to do that. And in the knee, you can see kind of here this one's set up with the angles different probably from the last child that this was fitted for. So these again have the split knee block option. They have a swing away option. They have the removable option with it. And they slide in and out for it. And they will again even adjust further with the wrench. So you've got adjustment forward and aft here, and then again with the wrench out further yet for varying contractures. You can slide in and out for adduction and abduction, and pivot the angle of the knee blocks on there. The foot plates are individual as well, so they are right now currently positioned a little bit different than each other, but you can adjust these to accommodate that plantar and dorsiflexion of their feet, if they're wearing braces, if they're not wearing braces, so it'll accommodate for those changes. It's a simple adjustment on this here with just loosening up the knob and changing it back and forth on here. And then tightening the knob back down into place. Again, the tool comes right with it to make all of the necessary adjustments for it. And it's hydraulic assisted, although this one's giving me fits right now, but you can be rolled around in this position for transferring it from maybe one room to the other, and that, so they're not stuck in one position on just a static type of base. So you can move the child about in the house. The more they're standing, the better. So that's the Snug seat line. A million different options, and again, it's all first on what your child's needs are.